Hello everyone, it's me, Mari, or Octowinks, and today I will be revealing a new series to you. This series will be me redesigning Equestria Girls characters, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically like My Little Pony but human, and it was a movie series that came out in the early 2010s. I still remember the first time watching this movie. It was a snow day and I watched it with my sister and we loved every moment of it, but now that I look back on it, some of the character designs are just so weird. I don't really like them, they don't fit the character, and maybe they're just an eyesore most of the time. Their designs just painfully scream, oh, I was made to be a toy, and it's just kind of annoying to me because yes, that's the whole point of the franchise, but could you at least just make them palatable? And I'm completely aware that the way that I portrayed these characters in these redesigns aren't going to be accurate to the show in the least. I really just wanted to personify them and give them my own spin and kind of just make a character based off their character traits while kind of keeping it faithful. But yeah, without further ado, today we're going to be redesigning Twilight Sparkle and Rainbow Dash, which is kind of funny because Twilight Sparkle is my favorite pony and Rainbow Dash is my least favorite pony. Another fun thing about me, when I was a kid, that list was completely the opposite. I used to like Rainbow Dash the most and hate Twilight, but I've grown. Apologies to all the Rainbow Dash endorsers, I just don't like her. I think that she can be a jerk, and I don't think that she's loyal and doesn't deserve her thing. Sorry. But anyway, guys, let's get into talking about Twilight and how I would look at her. So obviously the first thing that I wanted to do when looking at Twilight was, how do I view her as a person? And I have always viewed Twilight Sparkle as South Asian. That is just an opinion, and you can view her however you want, but this is just how I see her. I love how people in 2024 are starting to draw the My Little Pony characters not as generic white people because, that was something that everyone saw in 2009 or whenever the show came out. I don't really remember. Whenever you looked up My Little Pony as humans, it was literally just a white girl with the color hair of the pony, and that is just so boring. What did you want it to be diverse when the whole show is about diversity? But yeah, I thought I'd just touch on that subject. I also gave Twilight some ethnic features, I gave her larger lips, and I also gave her a hooked nose. I also gave her these earrings that are very common in India, and I think the gold just suits her very nice. Twilight Sparkle is very heavy on the purple in her color palette, and I really wanted to show this in her design, but I wanted to use a different purple which is used, and I had a hard time coming up with a color palette that I felt was, suited her character, but also, felt right with Twilight. Personally, I hate Twilight's canon design in Equestria Girls. I think it doesn't suit her at all. I don't think that she would wear that. I hate the random blue shirt. It's such an outlier, and I don't understand why they went with that. For mine, I just decided to go with kind of an academia kind of look. I used Pinterest pictures. I wanted to go with kind of a longer coat and more baggy clothing because I feel that she wouldn't be one to want to dress up all the time, or maybe she wants to look nice, but she doesn't want the discomfort of tight clothing, so I gave her a very baggy kind of look and one that she could study in all day and not get uncomfortable in. I also wanted to give her a prop, so I just gave her Smarty Pants. If you guys didn't watch the show, it's a little toy that she had as a kid, and there's an episode about it, and I just think it's so funny, and yeah, I think it turned out really cute. Alright everyone, so here's my final design of Twilight, and I think it turned out so cool, and it's obviously such a step up from the original, and yeah, I just think it fits her character so much better. So with that, let's get talking about my least favorite pony, Miss Rainbow Dash herself, and yeah, so, sometimes I love her, so let's get into talking about her. I just want to start out by saying I think it is so hilarious when I see people draw Rainbow Dash to be seen, or emo, or alt, or something like that, because girl, she drinks Prime, she definitely plays Fortnite or something, and she most definitely only wears Nike Tech. Not saying that you're not able to interpret her that way, but I personally don't because that's just not how I see her, She wouldn't know how to dress like that for the life of her. Never in a million years would she even think about accessorizing. She puts on a pair of sweaty gym shorts and she goes to school. As a kid, I mostly viewed Rainbow Dash as Asian because I'm Asian, so I self-inserted myself to her because I loved her, but now I kind of see her as Latina, so I kind of went with that. I also made her more on the tanner side because she's an athlete, so she's gonna be outside all the time, and of course she's gonna get a little bit of a tan, so yeah, so that's how I decided to depict her. I also decided to give her kind of a shorter ponytail because I felt like the hair down just wasn't her vibe. She's gonna be wanting to run around, and as someone who did cross country, having long hair down running is a nightmare, so just having it in a ponytail is so much more practical for her, so yeah, that's what I went with. Another thing that I wish they hadn't done in Equestria Girls is give every single girl the same body. Like, literally there's no reason why Rainbow Dash and Applejack should have the same body as Twilight. Like, no. Like, okay, I understand why they did that, but seriously, come on. So I gave Rainbow Dash more defined muscles, but I didn't want her to be too buff because she's a runner, so yeah, she's a little smaller, but you know, she still has that muscle because she's an athlete. I also decided to give Rainbow Dash an ACL scar on her left knee just to show, like, you know, Rainbow Crash, that she's not perfect and she's made mistakes. And I also gave her a bottle of cider just to kind of be like her Prime or Gatorade or whatever, and she also really likes it in the show. It's kind of funny, so yeah, that's why I gave it to her. And gosh, I haven't talked about her outfit yet, so I basically just gave her like a short tank top and some like sweat shorts because yeah, that's what she would be wearing in my head. She's not dripped out, she literally just goes to track practice and wears her gym clothes to school, so that's what I went with, and yeah. And yeah, that's my take on Rainbow Dash, and I think that it fits her a lot better than her original design, which is kind of odd to me, TBH. And with that, here's a reveal of my final character designs, and yeah, hope you like them. And yeah, here are my final designs next to their canon ones, and I think I did a really good job like personifying them and really making them my own while also keeping them faithful to their character. And personally, I think that they do a much better job than the originals, but if you disagree, that's fine. Just tell me in the comment section on what you would like to see, and yeah. I really love how they turned out, and yeah, I would love to see more characters like this in My Little Pony, where they're just not like copy-paste, because I feel like that's a huge problem, and I would just love to see their characters developed more like this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, thank you so much, and please consider liking and subscribing. Only a small percentage of you are actually subscribed, so why don't you just hit the subscribe button? I'll have more videos for you, and you can change your mind at any time. And please, if you would like to see any characters come next, please let me know and I'll definitely put them into consideration. Yeah, so with that, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!